welcome. My name is Deb, and you've landed on my channel, Real Life Mysticism. Welcome. There's a reason for that name. I want to attract the people that are mystics in their own right and want to learn more and how to apply it to our daily life, to real life. Not just about how to be somewhere else all the time. Like ascending to, we're all ascending. We're all where we're supposed to be right now, doing the work. Hopefully this makes sense. Okay. Just gonna clear the energy a little. I'm using these. I've already done my prayers and prepared the decks that I'm going to use. So I've been requested to do these and pull cards in real time like this, where you guys can see me doing it. So as you know, probably I'm new at this and I don't have help right now, so it's me. So it's it may seem what's the word, well, definitely not professional, though I am a professional reader, but I'm learning the video stuff, and as my channel grows and the funds would come in, then I would be able to do some more fancy things. But for now, hopefully this speaks to you. So, in fact, I will be reading coming up soon, week after next. If you're anywhere traveling or live in the North Georgia area, there is a wonderful metaphysical store called Inner Awakenings, and I will be doing appointments in person there. You do have to make an appointment. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead. We just had the full moon in Capricorn. So that was a lot of energy. That was a lot for me. I think it was for a lot of people. And all that's good. Everything's good. Everything's energy, and everyone is how it hits your chart and where we are, how we most need to go to our next level. Because I'm going to tell you what, that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. 3D reality, your spiritual life, physical, mental, emotional, all of that. We're in a growth mode. Aren't we always? But really, whew, these are some very interesting times. So I'm just going to get us a little more information on what we most need to know today. Okay, we're going to start with pulling 5, and then we'll do some clarity, and we'll kind of get to going from there. Okay, my throat's starting, so when that starts, I'm also a physical medium. So sometimes my team or spirits from the other side, I know that sounds kind of wacky, but that's my only words I know to say. They want to come through, so they'll do that to my throat chakra. So I'm willing for all the highest frequencies to be able to do that to help all of us. Okay, I just realized as I'm looking at this, I hate like we have to see ourselves in my background, and so I have all my little woo-woo stuff that you can see out of the corner of my telly. Can I no. Oh well, I watch television. There it is. Anyway, not now. I certainly don't watch a lot of mainstream stuff. This is interesting because I was going to pull 5 cards and 2 fell out. On the last one. I'll talk about those in a minute, and those were 2 that had shown up. Interestingly enough, they were together once I shuffled. I've shuffled and shuffled, and those were together on the full moon reading. So there's a reason these are coming back out. So I'm going to put those over here. So, wow, we got 3 of Archangel Michael. I think, for me, I love working with Archangel Michael, and for me, I say it's about protection, which I always ask for, but also clarity. And right now, I feel like it's about clarity. So we got 3 of the Archangel Michael. Interestingly enough, 2 of these are the ones that came out in the full moon reading. So, let's see what all this means. So, we've got a situation ending. That's the 10. See, it's like on stage, taking the bow, the final curtain. So I'm just going to, I also have a couple of my little scrying stones here. I use this one, which has the flat, shiny surface, and then I have another. Both of those are amethyst. But I'll also use those for a little scrying. It's all of this is just tools, 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 and a way for messages to come in. So messages from the great beyond, from our spirit teams, our loved ones on the other side, from the archangels and messengers of the highest being. This is just ways. We just give them all the ways they need or could use, not need. Could use. It's really more for me. Because I'm just here. I'm not at the higher frequency at this moment as they are, because they're already, even our loved ones that have passed. It doesn't mean just because someone dies that they're automatically enlightened or anything like that. They've gone on to their next life or their next experience, but they definitely are a higher plane than we are here in this dense reality. So it's me that needs the help, not them. Okay, so on the 10, this is telling me like there's something ended and it's actually making you feel free. So a lot of this I feel is putting the past behind us. I mean, it's part of who we are, is part of what's brought us here. So, you know what? Let's get a little more information around that. I also have the 7 of Michael. 7s to me are a high spiritual number, okay? Let's just say it's about doing our spiritual work. So this card says there's a better course of action. Working alone may not be best for you, and it shows, let me put it up here where you can see, there are 2 paths. And he's at the head of the path trying to help you figure out which one is going to be best for you. And I think this means, let's see, looking at these other cards, what I'm getting intuitively is this month, we're just going through a time it's a little bit of the more inward part, because we are going to be stepping out. I've got the Queen of Michael. This is like the benefit of experience. You know what to do. I've got the Page, which is telling us a new emotional situation, a new way of looking at things. So I feel like we've been going inward, and this month we're really doing that, but with a mission, almost like a mission to go forward. Let me show you this, and that's bugging me because it's distracting me that I can see, my little telly. Let me show you something here, and I'm gonna turn the camera a little. So if you can see this board, hopefully you can. See, I had a feeling we'd be using this today. So your comfort zone, all of our comfort zone, just picture it. It's this circle right here. That's your comfort zone. Want to know where the magic is? It's up here. It's far away from that comfort zone. It's at least a good piece away from that comfort zone. Get it? I know you do. And that's what can be hard. There we go. We'll just shut it right out. That's why I have this thing here. That way you can see the little flowers. Do you see the daisies? Daisies are one of my favorite flowers. And I haven't even looked up what the spiritual meaning. If anyone on here does that, I would love to know. Just put it down below. The little board up here, we're going to speak to these kind of things. There's some of my favorite sayings, and it's just a true piece of black walnut wood that I put those on. It's important to be creative right now. So get out of that comfort zone. That's what this is it. We've been inward, inward, inward. Okay, that's good. That introspection is so necessary, and you can do meditation and introspecting on a daily basis. But it's really time for each of you to step up, out and up with your gifts. We all have gifts. Every single human being, we come in as a unique expression of the divine. So often, we want to be like other people. Oh, I went through this when my mediumship skills first popped in, not unasked for, showed up. And that's a story I might make a video, because that came in and kind of blew my mind when that happened. So, I wasn't brave to share that, because I thought, oh no, other people are faster than I am. Their messages come like this. Mine are a little slower and softer, and like sometimes they're not so soft, but for my physiology and my team, I've learned they need to come in softer. but because when they come in too big, it's almost bombastic. And on I'm actually a highly sensitive girl. I don't know if you guys have ever studied. You might want to take a test. Elaine Aaron has a website called HS Person. And this isn't about being psychic per se. This is how your nervous system works. Though a lot of us may have, gifts come forward more ba-bam. I don't know. Don't know. Just take that test and see. It helped me years ago, and it helped me kind of change my life. Let's do I'm going to now pull from the tarot. To understand how my physiology works, which then helps you understand more how your gifts work. Okay, so those are our messages so far. We're going to get some clarity going on tarot. I did not always use tarot. I'm not a professional tarot girl. I read more intuitively. But because I watched a guy this morning do a tarot reading, and I'm sure he's good at what he does, but it was kind of creepy. And it's what used to have me away from tarot, because a lot of people, things seem to go dark. Well, that's really not the cards, and it's all energy and how we use them. So what I'm going to ask for is the clarity around the cards and the message that we've got to get out of our comfort zone. And what do we need to know more around getting out of that comfort zone and our direction? So I am doing this for the weekend energy right after the full moon in Capricorn. But you know what? When you see this, it's meant for you. This message is going to be valid across. There is no such thing as time. It's a made-up thing anyway. So when you need this, it will appear. And what do we most need to know, Spirit, to get out of our comfort zone at this time? Okay. Woo-hoo. Love it, love it. I love my job. I love my work. Oh my goodness. Woohoo, guys. You showed up here. Woo. Hope you're sitting down. Sitting down. Listen at me. I'm a Southern girl. I get excited. I talk my slang. Okay. Wow. Hardly know where to start with this. Let me just use my scrying tool for just a minute. Because the first two cards, I'll just let you look at these while I do a little scrying. It's the, Death card and the Tower card. I'm sure most people watching my channel know enough to know what those mean, but I want to know for us specifically in this reading. Okay, I got two distinct messages. Okay, let's go. I think you know, the Death is what we said earlier in the first cards I pulled. There is something ready to die in our lives, okay? We are always dying to be reborn, okay? I'm a Scorpio. So that's just our MO, okay? So it can be more challenging for some than others to accept this. It's not a scary thing. That's why we're here. That's why you're still on this planet. Your job isn't done. There's part of you, though, that is done. You need to let it go. Bless it and let it go. And here, looks like we're going to get a little help. That's the Tower, which a lot of readers call that the Scorpio card. That's when everything has to break down to be built back up. Okay? And I feel like for some of you, like here's the message. It's like, pay attention. Please be willing to let go what needs to be let go. You can say a prayer. As for messages throughout the day, what is it you really need to let go of? Because I'm seeing in one of my scrying tools over here, my ball, there is something like kind of in the center of you or in the center of your life right now that needs to, it's holding you back. It's a little dark. We all have dark and light, okay, guys? None of these words aren't judgmental, any of that kind of stuff. Everything just is. But that, go ahead. Whatever that is, and you know deep inside yourself, whether it be a relationship that isn't in alignment, in fact, anything that isn't in alignment with you and who you are at this now moment, you need to let go of. Doesn't mean a scene. Like if you don't do it in and away from your heart and soul when you know it, then you'll get the Tower moment. That's when the universe will kind of give you the kick, like the boot in the butt that will, and that's not the fun way to do this. But for most of us humans, it comes that way. People get fired from a job or divorced or find out, something's, some surprise element. And we do have Uranus real present right now, I think, in Gemini. So that's a communication sign, and that's a surprise sign together. So how it can come in those kind of ways, but it's even better if we can kind of get it on our own and in a softer kind of way and let it go so we don't have to get that big old boot in the butt. That doesn't always feel good. But even if you do, just take it, okay? And know there's a reason. So, that's, okay, what else around that? They just said clean the slate, clear your slate, clear the slate. And that's for you. Quit judging yourself, okay? Quit judging yourself. I'm just feeling lots of that. I do it too. We all do it. Let's quit that, okay? Let's accept ourselves the way we are, right here, right now, 100%. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's all part of who we are. It's okay. Accept it. Okay, that feels really important. I've got the, so this card came up the other day too with the balance. So that's a huge thing in our lives. Balance our downtime with our, errand running time, balance our thoughts, balance our time spent with family and friends, or definitely, balance. So let me just say that. I won't go deeper into the balance. You know what that means, because I've got the Queen of Cups, which says some lovely maternal energy coming at you there, okay? That's the Cups is the love, emotions, and the Queen is strong, but that's the divine feminine, okay? So that can definitely help you with this balance, because we get for me, this is kind of my aha card. People that read traditional tarot probably read a little differently than me, but I'm going to ask for some clarity from another deck on that. For me, the swords represent intellect, the mind, the thinking, your smarts, and the ace, and it's strong. I mean, here you are, like this is showing like a hand from the cloud with the sword. Can you see that? This is a really strong, here you are. Hey, I'm giving it to you. Here you are. This is your aha. This is your aha. Or you'll get more ahas as you ask for them about where it is. What are you going to do to move into the magic, to the getting out of the comfort zone and going into the part that's more aligned with your soul and your soul's purpose. And listen, I'm not trying to say, oh, you've got to become a musician or, or a professional, anything. That's not what I'm talking about. Our soul, just sit quietly in meditation and go inside to your soul's voice. And it can be, the small things turn out being the big things. In my life, that's how it seems to work. And have you ever noticed that some of the most important things that happen in your life and change your life are what I call grace? You didn't do anything to deserve it. You didn't. I like it better without that bright light. Sorry. That's my vanity when I have to look up and see me. I feel like it made me look washed out. Okay, guys, that's not important, but I think that light was too much energy for me. Actually, this feels softer and calmer because I'm talking about grace. And that's how things usually come that really change our life. Well, it will come in. You didn't earn it, deserve it. I mean, it just is, and it just pops in, okay? And I wish that on every one of us in the coming weeks, okay? I'm going to use, I was going to use one of my favorite decks, ta-da, the Wisdom of the Oracle. Colette Reed, I have several of hers. Anything I mention here, I'm not hooked up with anyone. I'm a new girl. I'm a nobody. But I share the things I love and what works for me. So let's just get a little more information because I got the balance. I'll go ahead and tell you the two cards that came out the other day is the Two of Ariel. So that's about having balance. That is about, but this one to me is the balance card, but it's also telling us to have a little more fun. I feel like we get too, like, we're meditating, we're wanting to do our spiritual work, or we're working at your corporate job or whatever, too hard, too much, or working part-time jobs. This is the like, take a breath. Let's have a little fun. Let's cut back. We're not just meant to work, work, work. We're meant to be joyful beings. And that's what I want for all of us, okay? Because I'll go ahead and show you this one. I love this one. Can you see that? Ariel in this suit is the, this is about 3D. This is about our daily life. And this says your dreams will be fulfilled. I know, yet I thought someone would call me on this other day because I said something about the horse. I know it's a unicorn. I was waiting to see because I was going to do a little prize. Okay, this is the beautiful things in life. The 9 is the completion. This is dreams getting fulfilled. This is all of this we've talked about up here to get here. Okay, so I'm pulling from this deck a few more cards to see if they want to give us any specific instructions to clear that slate. Remember that message they gave me in the scroll to clear the slate. Ooh, I'm getting some strong energy. This makes me want to cry. So this is very aligned, the way this is coming through. I was seeing it. When I closed my eyes, let me go ahead and share this. I closed my eyes to see better. Did you know that where this part of us, our intuitive part, is in our right brain? The left brain is the work and the intellect. I love it all, okay? I use the expression I love, mystical musings and intellectual banter. I like it both. But when we're doing this work and we're connecting with higher frequencies, because everything's alignment and frequency, right? Closing your eyes helps shut down the left brain so the messages can come through more clearly. Your intuition works a little better always, no matter where you are in life. No matter if you're in a situation and you're getting something coming at you, just close your eyes and take a few breaths. It calms the nervous system and it gets you more in alignment to get good messages. So it's not coming from like just your reaction from the mental mind, okay? Okay, and so I see better, okay? Because I do, that's where my clairvoyance comes from, because when my clairvoyance has come, and it has before, one of my first like busting wide open things came like boom, like an apparition. I am like, whoa. I wasn't trying to do that. I didn't even know metaphysics or anyone that did this kind of work. So that was quite an experience for me. It happened a couple of times, and it really kind of shakes me up. Back then, it really shook me up. So I need it softer. Yours can come through differently. It's all really cool, okay? Everybody do your own thing. But for me, I close my eyes and I see more clearly, okay? And then I was seeing a really strong energy working with us right now. And they're showing me like a sign. It's like a street sign, but they're holding a sign. It's kind of like, it's almost like in a spiritual way, like the protesters, but not any rowdiness. This is like, I'm going to give you the road signs. I'm going to give you the road map. And then here's what came out. Whew. Tribe. It is important to be with our tribe. I know for light workers, I've often felt so alone, and like I couldn't find people that were like-minded or that I could talk to about certain things. And you know, there's that saying about we're like lighthouses. We're meant to be scattered, you know, but that's fine. But you know what? We need our tribe. We need people that see us, that get us. And that's what I'm hoping, this is what I need here. You know, we all need this, but you need each other too. In the comments section, please comment if you want to be a part of your tribe, your soul tribe. And we need to sing and dance and celebrate, you know, and be with each other so we don't feel so alone. And then I got The Fates card. What comes up for you when you see that? I love this card. And it's depicted as female. And it's like she's pulling down from the skies, from the stars. We all came from the stars, right? We're all star seeds. But it's an 8, abundance. 8 is the circle of life, you know. The flow of life would be the better way to say that. But pulling down the faded, we're going through faded times right now. We're meant to be here. We chose to be here as souls. And then a good old dependable got this the other day. So when we get things like that, Spirit's going, please get this. This isn't a fluke, okay? This is the Treasure Island card, which I adore because I'm a water girl. So there you got a bunch of beautiful, clear water. And all the treasures and love in the world on the back of the turtle. What is a turtle? Dependable. Turtles live to be really old. They have the hard shells to kind of protect themselves, and they kind of know when to go into their shell, you know, and when to come out and swim and play. And it's bringing you your treasures, the treasure you seek. Okay? That's what I want for all of us. So I wish you lots of love and peace in your journey. Remember the circles. Get out of your comfort zone. Let's get up here to where the magic is. And I would just be so grateful if you guys subscribed or commented and let me know, what is that magic for you? Meanwhile, from my heart to yours, I give you this. Lots of love.